Hey everyone, Alex back again with another video. It's been a while, I know, but I'm going to do a small collection update. These get a bit hard to do when I don't have my record player set up here at the house, but with the vinyl nights I do at my workplace, and there's a few others that go on around the town, I'm able to play some of these, so I'm going to show these off to you guys. I'm going to file them away in my collection. Yeah, so you guys get a good look at what I've been listening to recently as well. So first up, I'm going to show you is Toni Braxton's Secrets, the reissue of this one. My favourite album from her, the track "You're Making Me High" is on here, which may be my favourite track from her. Really, really good album. Outside of the song "Unbreak My Heart," I'm not a massive fan of that song, but you know, it's Toni Braxton. I had to get it. Just on black vinyl, that one. Next up, The Romantic by Bruno Mars. His fourth studio album, first album in about 10 years. Not including the collaboration album he did with Anderson .Paak a while ago. Is it his best album? No. Outside of the single I Just Might, there's not a whole lot of things on here that stand out not too much to me here, but as a Bruno Mars fan I had to pick it up, and if I can get this out of here just to show you guys, it is on a gold coloured record there, so that's quite nice. There's a booklet and stuff in there as well, but I'm gonna bore you with all that stuff. I'm just gonna show you the album, and like I said, not my favourite from him, but still a decent enough album. As a fan, of course, it's worth picking that up. Still, the songwriting's still good. It's just there's a couple of slow jams on there I'm not too much of a fan of. But continuing on with the new stuff. So this stuff was like sealed when I got it. I say it was sealed. This one is still sealed and probably will remain sealed. This is the Mandalorian soundtrack. Probably can't see that through the glare there. But this one is going to stay sealed just because it's the picture disc, and I didn't realise that it was the picture disc. There is Grogu, Baby Yoda there, Mandalorian. Big Star Wars fan, big fan of the show, so that one had to get. Obviously the picture disc sounds okay, I may open it, but hopefully I can upgrade this one to an actual playable copy of the soundtrack. Next is this reissue of 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying album. This was a big album for me in my teenage years, so when this got reissued, I had to jump on it, especially because I didn't have the copy I had from my, you know, one of the albums that got purged when I sold my collection. This is on a red vinyl, which of course suits the cover really well. I'm really hoping they reissue some of his other albums, like the Massacre, the follow-up to this one, because I really like his first 4 albums or so. Of course, nothing will ever top his debut in terms of like just production and impact on 50 Cent's career itself, but fantastic album. Sorry about that, I had to cut away really quick, but we're back. Moving on from 50 Cent, I'm going to show you another reissue of Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is Willie and the Poor Boys, when they reissued all 7 of their albums on coloured vinyl. This is part of that series. So yeah, this is how far back some of these are going, to like June, July of last year. This one is on a yellow vinyl, which I think looks really cool. I've always liked yellow coloured vinyl. Not normally a fan of yellow, but I always think yellow vinyl looks quite cool. And yeah, it was one of my favourite bands. I had to pick up all these Creedence Clearwater Revival reissues. If I can get my words out, that'd be great too. But yeah, slowly going through these reissues, listening to them, they all sound fantastic. So if there's like an album you're missing, or you just want a really good sounding pressing, these are definitely worth picking up. For some reason, Creedence Clearwater Revival is a really tough band for me to come by, so these reissues were perfect. But again, it depends on how easily you find Creedence Clearwater Revival. I, on the other hand, do not. Another album I had previously in my collection before my purge, finally got it back, is Silver Vibrations by Roy Ayers. This is the 2019 reissue on BBE Records. So BBE is a label based here in the UK, and they do DJ friendly vinyl. So I think when this originally came out, I think it was 1983. I think when it originally came out, it was a single LP, which is okay because it's obviously a short album, but all these tracks are really long. Like if you look on the back, it shows you the times of each track, and so they've done it on a double LP, heavyweight vinyl, which, and of course you get a little, I say little, rundown there of Roy Ayers and stuff. Really like this reissue. I'm happy to have that back in the collection again. Again, Roy Ayers is one of those artists who just, he never comes up, and when you do, his albums are beat to crap. So really happy with this reissue again. And yeah, they did reissue it on a single LP as well. There is a single LP repress out there, but I went for the double because of the better quality vinyl, better quality pressing. Really good, that one. And an album that, again, some of you probably recognise if you have been anywhere in the vinyl community for a while. This is The Cure, The Head on the Door. Again, a reissue, but I don't mind about that. Of course, you've got In Between Days on here, Close to Me on here. Just a fantastic album from them, and I love the, I'm guessing, faithful recreation of the original, just on 180 gram vinyl. So yeah, slightly better quality. Last of the new vinyl, sealed vinyl, and then we'll get on to the second hand stuff. This one I saved till last because it's signed by one of my favourite DJs, DJ Spinner, who is the backing DJ for Stevie Wonder. So that was awesome. This was awesome to get hold of. Sadly, I didn't meet him when he signed this. A friend of mine did, but he managed to get this for me. This compilation is just a little compilation of songs that Stevie Wonder wrote or featured on. So you can see it's got Bet You Wouldn't Hurt Me by Quincy Jones, which of course Stevie plays the synthesizer on. There's some really good covers of some Stevie Wonder songs on here. Buttercup by Jackson 5 is on there, which Stevie Wonder of course wrote the original version of that. Again, 2 LPs. Also on the BBE label, which I talked about with Roy Ayers, DJ friendly vinyl, so it's going to be on a 2 LP set. And this one has a little rundown of in there of credits for each song, where it was written, who wrote it obviously, and how Stevie's connected to it, all that jazz. And there's a nice little picture on this side of Stevie Wonder and DJ Spinner. As I said, they've worked together quite frequently, and DJ Spinner is a big fan of Stevie Wonder, so it'd be a real honour to actually one day meet Spinner and get to talking to him about Stevie Wonder, because he's also my favourite artist as well, which would be great. So on to the second hand vinyl, and speaking of Stevie Wonder, I picked up a copy of Characters, which is a very underrated album from Stevie, in my opinion. Came out in 1987. Embossed cover, so like all of the faces you see of the statued faces of Stevie Wonder on the front, on the back, they're all embossed. There's a song on here called Get It, which features Michael Jackson on here, but my favourite track is the song Skeletons off of this album, which I don't know if it was a big single for Stevie Wonder, but it's a song I really like. It's a song I play a lot, so this one was a good little bargain bin find. Little compilation. This is classic jazz funk on the Master Cuts reissue series. So they do a lot of again, DJ friendly compilations. They've got a jazz funk one, I believe they've got just funk. There's some soul ones. This is volume 1, of course, so there's a lot of really good stuff on here. I'll show you the track listing if you can see that. You can pause there. There's some really good stuff, 12-inch mixes and stuff, and a lot of songs on here I really like, so to have them all in one place was just really good. Again, the credits on the inside of the sleeve, and a little written piece about the Master Cut series that they do as well. So yeah, I really like these Master Cut compilations. There's a reggae one I would really love to get a hold of, but again, some of these Master Cut albums, because they came out in like the late 80s, early 90s, and they're really hard to come by in good shape. They can cost quite a bit. Luckily, I think when I picked this up I got a good price on it, but some of them can go for quite a bit of money, especially if you want them in good shape. Next one is another compilation. This is James Brown, Solid Gold, basically 30 golden hits from James Brown. So you've got all the big songs on here, like Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, It's I Got You, Cold Sweat. I'm just trying to pick up a couple others. Payback, My Thing, Funky Precedent, Get Up Off of That Thing, Hot, which is the song he samples Fame by David Bowie on. Really cool there. Nice little double LP set. I've been really getting into these compilations recently. It's nice to have anything from James Brown, and of course having, I mean, the pressing's not great because it's like 10 songs aside almost. But it's always good to pick up anything from James Brown, Godfather of Soul and all that. Big fan of him, so of course that one was going to make its way into my collection. Tango in the Night by Fleetwood Mac, maybe my favourite Fleetwood Mac album. I'd probably put Rumours just above this one, but I really like this one as well. You got big. Yeah, I can never decide if I like this album or Rumours more. I always go back and forth between the two, but I still think this is a really good album from Fleetwood Mac. And there's a few more of their albums I'd like to pick up, but I'll get them slowly. Next, Average White Band, Shine. I am a big fan of them. Of course, there's a member of the band, this man here, Hamish Stewart. He owned a pub in I'd say not too far from here, but it is quite far. On this album they had a breakthrough single with Let's Go Round Again, which was kind of a breakthrough song for them out commercially, because before that they made a name for themselves by being sampled by a few other quite a few hip hop artists, but this one definitely broke them commercially and turned them, sort of steered them in that disco direction that all the funk bands went in the late 70s, early 80s. So I'd say they're the last really good album in my opinion, but they still have some great ones, and hopefully I can pick up a few more of their albums. before too long. The last one I'm going to show you for this video is one, again, I've had for quite a while and finally got around to spinning it at a vinyl night that I do at my workplace. This is the B-52s with Cosmic Thing, and we all know this one for the song Love Shack, which is on this album. Everyone knows that song, of course. It gets everybody up and dancing. It's at every party, wedding you can imagine. But just a really good album as well outside of that. So had to grab it, of course. Really good condition as well. I was really surprised. For an album from 1989, it was relatively clean, so I had to grab that one. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. Apologies about all the cuts and stuff. There's going to be a lot of edits in that, but I hope you don't mind. But yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.